scenarios, the worst case was a 6% rise in temperatures. So in other words, the 6 degrees, 6%, sorry, 6 degrees, yes. So that was obviously, the tracking was very grim. So even where all countries with their current commitments to reduce emissions, whatever they are, and the technologies and everything else, we were still going to be 3.5 or something like that percent. I've done it again, degrees. So clearly they're salutary, it makes for a salutary read, because if we are going to meet the IPCC's recommended rates, additional work needs to be done. And talking about the kind of complexities around CCS, those complexities apply to other technologies too. So we don't have a tremendous amount of time to sit on our hands and think about it. There actually does need to be very concerted international action on the technology front around all of our energy sources to actually deal with that, because the world is not going to stop consuming energy.
Yeah, look, I think the IEA I think that new policy scenario is consistent with a 3.5 degrees centigrade increase over the long term. But the issue here is that we use a range of projections, and there's a range of assumptions in these things. And who really knows, to the nth degree, exactly what energy usage is going to be like over that long period of time? It's great assumptions about population, it's assumptions on technical grounds, it's assumptions on the rate of technological change. Just even in our industry, in the last 5 years, I mentioned what has happened with shale gas. That's a 5-year story, that's really started to make a big impact on supply sources. So things can rapidly change. So we use a range of projections. There are those which are done by the major international companies. There are those which are done by a bunch of analysts. The one which is probably best recognised is that which is done by the IEA, and that's why I cited the IEA scenarios. But I can point you to 3 or 4 other ones which are, somewhat different. But you've got to kind of start somewhere, and it is something, a scenario approach which is generally recognised.
Michael, since we started with you, why don't we finish with you?
I was on the projections, predictions, whatever, different people use different words. There's what the global CO2e concentration is going to be. That's not my game, and it's tremendously complex, and there's significant uncertainty there. But how much we're going to consume and put into the atmosphere, that I know a bit more about, and even that I know enough about to be very, very wary of it. So the way I think we respond to these things is to look at what we would call a robustness approach, where you're looking at solutions which can make sense over ranges of scenarios rather than putting all your eggs in one basket.
I think in my experience with economic forecasts would be that everybody is like a parent, preferring their own children. They also prefer their own economic forecast. So look, with that, this is obviously a topic that generates an enormous amount of interest. There is a lot of really challenging stuff here, particularly if we're going to do and achieve the sort of things that Michael introduced the topic with. I suspect this won't be the last time we try and have a conversation around some of these issues. Hopefully it's been useful to you. Please enjoy these seminars in the future. And to close off, I'll ask Susanna to finish the evening. Thanks, Susanna.
Thank you, Tony, for moderating a very interesting discussion, and thank you to our speakers and panel for your contributions, much appreciated. And thank you to the audience for your excellent contributions as well. We hope to see you all at our next seminar, which is looking at energy consumption trends in Australia. That will be in August. The year's program is available on our website, and for seminar notifications, please subscribe to the MEI through our contact page on our website. Thank you.